This is a Bramble Jam podcast.
Welcome to Girls Gone Hallmark, a Hallmark review podcast. I'm Megan, and I'm a longtime Hallmark fan.
I'm Wendy, and I'm a former Hallmark hater. Guys, you have to listen to our episode of Missing the Boat to
Hear that deep dive.
To understand the tone in my voice.
Are you mad at me?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes. No, I'm not mad at all. No.
On today's episode, we're kicking off a month of Hallmark Hall of Fame reviews with The Magic of Ordinary Days, which originally premiered in 2005, but it is currently available to stream on Hallmark Plus. Should we really quickly just run down the 4 movies that we're talking about this month?
Yeah.
They are posted on our Instagram, which is, of course, Girls Gone Hallmark, as well as we are doing a lineup of Valentine throwback movies as well. You can check those out. But here's what we have coming this month from Hallmark Hall of Fame. Obviously, today we're doing Magic of Ordinary Days. Next Wednesday is Follow the Stars Home, followed by In My Dreams, followed by Remember Sundays.
Yeah, I'm excited, actually.
Me too.
If you're not part of our Girls Gone Hallmark Facebook group, it is those members in the Facebook group who suggested these movies, and we just picked from the suggestions. So come join there.
Yeah.
Be a part of the decision making.
Yeah, you get some behind the scenes action over there in Girls Gone Hallmark on Facebook.
When we announced the movies that we were doing, listener Erin responded in our Instagram comments. She said, "Oof, I can't wait to hear Wendy's thoughts on The Magic of Ordinary Days. It's a hard watch. I'm excited to hear the last 2 reviews though. ... And I just thought, challenge accepted. Because I'm like, I'm a former Hallmark hater. I have an appreciation for these movies.
This one was a double whammy, though, because it's a little bit of a period piece.
It's a period piece, which I am not typically drawn to. And what's the other double whammy of it all?
Well, just if you're talking about you being a Hallmark hater, that's all I mean.
Yeah. I think I might surprise some of you. I really buckled down and took the assignment to heart. So I'm excited to talk about it.
Me too. Let's hear a synopsis.
Pregnant out of wedlock, an educated young woman is pressured by her father into an arranged marriage with a lonely farmer in this drama set during WW2.
This was directed by Brent Shields. He has just 5 directing credits, and every single one is a Hallmark Hall of Fame movie. Durango, Cupid and Kate, Brush with Fate, The Valley of Light, and The Magic of Ordinary Days. He also has an extensive producing resume with tons of Hallmark titles.
Tons. His IMDb was all
extensive.
All Hallmark movies.
Nice.
Even recently, too. Writing credits go to Anne Howard Creel and Camille Thomason. Creel wrote the original novel in 2001, and Thomason adapted it for television. Camille Thomason has 15 writing credits, many of them Hallmark Hall of Fame films, plus fun throwback, a 1988 ABC after-school special called A Family Again, starring a very young Ricki Lake.
I used to love those after-school specials. Keri Russell stars as Livy Dunn. She has more than 40 acting credits and is best known for Felicity, The Americans, and The Diplomat. This movie came about 3 years after Felicity wrapped.
While you were watching, were you curious, where
the timeline?
The timeline of.
I mean, it gives me Keri Russell circa Felicity vibes.
Yeah, I was wondering because if you're not familiar with the show Felicity, a huge pop culture moment was Keri Russell cut all her gorgeous curly locks off. And I think that was season 2 of the show.
And then it's grown back by now.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, where are we here?
Yeah.
Was this pre-Felicity? Pre-season 1 Felicity? Where is this a wig? Where? I didn't know. By the end of Felicity, her hair was quite long again.
Yeah,
not quite long again, but longer. Anyway. Also, I'm a huge Keri Russell fan. If you're not watching The Diplomat, you are missing out. So good. Skeet Ulrich plays Ray Singleton. His resume runs deep from The Craft and Scream to As Good as It Gets. On TV, he has led Jericho and later a long run as F.P. Jones on Riverdale.
Mare Winningham plays Ray's sister Martha. She's an Oscar nominee and Emmy winner and has appeared in over 100 film and TV projects. She's often associated with the original Brat Pack era and most recently appeared in Hulu's Dope Sick.
Gwendolyn Yo plays Rose. She's best known for her extensive voice acting work in animation and video games, along with on-screen roles in American Girl, Ivy and Julie, and the miniseries Broken Trail.
Tanya Gunati plays Flory. She's known for her voice work, her role on Disney XD's Aaron Stone, and a previous Hallmark appearance in Snow Bride.
FYI, Snow Bride is great. Are you wondering, do you remember? We reviewed it recently.
Yeah, I remember.
Such a good movie. I loved it. Jane McGregor plays Livy's sister, Abby. She's appeared in Snowpiercer, in Hallmark's Matchmaker Mysteries, and in a 2014 episode of Signed, Sealed, Delivered, the season just before it transitioned into movies.
Got it. Eric Winter appears as Walter. This was an early role for him. He later appeared in more than 400 episodes of Days of Our Lives as Rex Brady, and most recently in over 130 episodes of The Rookie.
Identical twins Jacqueline Robbins and Joyce Robbins play Mrs. Pratt and Mrs. Parker. They've appeared together in projects like A Series of Unfortunate Events and The Wicker Man, often cast specifically because they're twins.
Supporting roles include Stephen Strahan as brother-in-law Hank and Katie Keating as Ruth.
Both the film and Keri Russell were nominated for Satellite Awards in 2005 for Outstanding Motion Picture and Outstanding Actress in a Miniseries.
We're about to blow your mind. This movie drew in 18.7 million viewers when it aired on CBS in January 2005.
Like, guys, I had to fact check that.
Those were the days.
I was like, what? That's like Super Bowl numbers. It feels like
I know.
What? Because Hallmark now just like, it's a win if they draw in 1 million viewers.
Yes.
18 million viewers? What?
I just Googled how many people watched the finale of Friends. 52.5 million viewers.
Oh my gosh. Wowza.
Yeah.
TV
No
was
more.
different back then.
The most recent Super Bowl in 2025, guess how many viewers?
40 million.
127 million.
Wow.
Wow. Wild. Okay. Just had to know. We're going to take a quick break and come right back with our first impressions. Hey, Wendy, what is your first impression of the magic of Ordinary Days?
Well, I expected to endure it, and instead, it emotionally drop kicked me. I cried.
Did you?
I cried.
I didn't cry. My first impression is the Hallmark Hall of Fame bar has been set very high.
I wonder if like people think this is the best of the best.
I have to assume it's one of.
I mean, I just recently wrote a Hallmark Hall of Fame post for our website, girlsgonehallmark.com. And Hallmark Hall of Fame goes back many years.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, when we ask in our Facebook group, like, oh, what's your favorite? This one came up a lot. And I just wonder if because it's had a lot of exposure. I don't know.
Well, let's talk what we liked. I think it would be easy to call this movie slow, especially in the beginning. But I think it was an excellent choice to take that time to show Livy's new life, to show what a shock it must have been to her, to show the awkwardness in meeting her husband just moments before she marries him. It's almost like it's happening in real time and we're meeting him at the same time Livy is meeting him. And I think it's very powerful. I wasn't wishing those moments away.
I agree with you. I liked the slow, intentional storytelling. We don't get a lot of TV like that these days. You know, it's very much like so many things are made for binging.
It's like Downton Abbey.
Yeah, a show I don't watch or ever have watched. Is it told in this kind of manner?
It's a little slower
as
It's
well.
A little more life. It's not flashy. It's not action. It's not.
I still don't think I'm watching that, but I did like this. I like this a lot. And while I was watching this, it did kind of like trigger some memories of like, I think I watched these kind of movies when not in 2005, but like maybe older ones.
Sure.
Like when I was in high school, like in the like mid 90s, I probably tuned in to these movie of the weeks.
Yeah. For me as a teenager of the 90s, I loved this casting. Young Keri Russell, I think she has exactly the right sort of fragile, timeless face for this role.
She's like a doll.
She is. And was a really interesting casting choice for me in terms of the role of Skeet Ulrich. It's just a departure. For me, his character in Scream is kind of the touchstone I have for him.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he plays like kind of like a rougher, dirtier rebel of a character. And here it's very different. And
I agree.
I was a big fan of him as Ray in this movie.
Yeah, I agree with you. I love the way that Keri Russell portrays Livy. And I thought the character of Livy was really interesting because she's this smart, educated, emotionally complicated woman. She's trying to grieve this life that like she had or thought she would have. I can't, I'm putting myself back in this time frame. I'm like, can you imagine your family being like, well, I'm going to send you away and now you have to go marry somebody because you've brought such shame onto us that you got pregnant.
That you've never met. Like, imagine sending your daughter to a man she's never met.
Like, that's worse to me.
Horrifying.
He doesn't know what Ray was going to be like.
Her.
Oh,
no. Like that, whatever the outcome was okay because they weren't going to have to endure the shame of her being unmarried and a mother.
Wild. Mm-hmm. So wild. And I thought the character of Livy was really, I was glad that she didn't turn into some sort of like martyr or like damsel in distress because she was kind of a fish out of water here. Like it didn't even lean that way.
No.
I mean, she was inquisitive about like farm life.
Yeah, and she can't cook, which I think is a nice like.
Right. That was interesting to watch and I enjoyed that. The character of Ray, it was like up and down with me. Some of his behavior does show up in my wishes and I will talk about it then. But I did like in this movie, like you always knew what Ray was feeling. Like even if he wasn't communicating it, like he was kind of a simple man, right? And he was doing what was asked of him. And that's all I'm going to say for now. I will get to more in my wishes about him.
Well, I think the title of this movie is very appropriate. I think it does say it best. She does ultimately end up finding the magic in the ordinary. She ends up finding, like you said, she's not a martyr. She's not resigning herself to this life. She finds a way to really love it. And I like that Ray comes around to finding a way to make this life work for her. It's not just let's slot Livy into this farm life and see, I'll do whatever it takes so that you can be the person that you know yourself to be as well. And we'll mold our family around that. I thought that was really nice.
So to counter that for a second, I want to push back. I don't truly believe that Livy like learned to love like the ordinary day of this farm. No, I think she accepted it.
Because it was the only thing available to her or because she came to love Ray?
I also, maybe hot take, don't think she loved Ray. She was not in love with Ray.
You don't think she got there?
No, I think she respected him and saw that he was like a stand-up dude and could appreciate that, especially on the tail end of having like the actual father of her child be like, eh.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think...
Do you think she doesn't love him because you don't like that seems too convenient? Or do you think the movie's not telling us that?
Both.
That's interesting.
Kind of. Because there was never any like, to me, there was moments like when they were at that family dinner and she had been complaining to her sister about like, all I ever talk about is like farming and the weather. And that came up and then Ray turned the conversation to Livy about like, archaeology or something like he brought it up, right? And I saw in that moment she was like, oh, I could be attracted to you because of that.
Yes.
But other than that, I don't think there was any ever like she didn't feel swoony over him.
Yeah, maybe not.
I think she felt safe with him.
Yeah.
She saw that he was a good guy. Like when she pushed back on her sister when the sister was like, oh, you can leave and just say like he was not nice.
And she's like, yeah, I'm not going to do that to him. Like, he doesn't deserve that.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think also 2005 doesn't seem like the dark ages in terms of progressive thinking, but it was 21 years ago. And so I think they're telling us the story that while maybe they didn't have this like crashing, swoony love, that she does come to love him. But I think for you and I, women of a certain age, who like have a realistic view of love, maybe we're like, maybe she just realized like this was better than the life she had at home with the father who sent her away.
Yeah.
Better than being on her own.
Right.
Yeah, maybe. All right.
The Japanese internment camp storyline was devastating
Yes.
to me. I'm obviously aware of the reality of that existed, but it feels especially heavy right now.
Yeah.
And I'm actually glad because I did read a lot of IMDb reviews. There's so many. There's like nearly 100 reviews
The movie's rated pretty high on IMDb.
Yeah. But people were like, oh, they didn't need that part of the storyline. And I just thought like, I thought it was handled really well. I appreciated that they didn't shy away from it. Was it 100% realistic? I don't know. Because I don't know if...
Yeah, would they have been able to come and go as freely as they were?
I don't know.
That was the big question for me.
Yeah.
I thought it was a really nice choice to choose to shine a light on that. And I think from the other perspective, if you had been talking about farm life during World War II in this particular area, would it have been a complete miss to not include that because that was the reality of farm life during that time? I think it's a really interesting choice, kind of progressive for that time, to shine that light. And I liked the added like drama of the German soldier towards the end. And
That's in my Did You See That's? But we can talk about it here. Yeah.
she sells him out.
Yeah. I thought that was
Like,
great.
way to go, Livy.
I thought that was great.
Yeah, I like the choice that Livy was like this educated woman, and because she was educated, she was forward thinking and she was progressive and she was accepting, and she had these views of the world that a lot of the people both on the farm and in town didn't share. And so she was able to bring them forward a little bit, or at the very least be an example.
Yeah. My last like is, I said I cried earlier. This is when I cried when at the end they named the baby Daniel. You just see the blanket and it says Daniel on it. I don't know.
That's his brother.
That was his brother who died. Yeah, I loved it. I mean, like, she didn't have to name that baby Daniel.
No.
But I like that a lot.
I had two little likes. I just like the choice to make the father of the baby a real douchebag rather than a competing love interest for Livy. It's heartbreaking that Livy went through that, but I think it solidifies her choice to stick with Ray.
Yeah.
And finally, I enjoyed the comedy of her lighting Ray's mouth on fire with her fiesta omelet.
Which she's like, maybe I put too many jalapenos in it. And to me, it looked like it was just
Bell
like
peppers.
bell peppers
Yeah.
in it. Yeah. I was like, I mean, those can be spicy, but not your mouth on fire.
Although, like, when you think about it, I think that kind of is like a, farm food probably was not all that
totally
spicy. You know, real white people food.
So funny. Like, I'm going to go to the library and get a cookbook.
I know.
Right.
Okay.
The luxuries of the internet to just look up something these days. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's talk wishes.
Let's do it.
I kind of touched on this before. I needed more that Livy and Ray meet in the middle. It's clear. Okay, obviously it's an arranged marriage born out of circumstance, right? And not love. Obviously. I needed a bigger shift from Livy. Like, I needed to see like where she goes, oh, I am kind of in love with him.
Yeah, there's not enough time devoted to that.
There is not. Like, we never see her like truly falling for him. So I just don't know where to sit with that. I think any different viewer could come away with like a different point of view on it. Like, it wasn't so blatantly obvious. Like, they were in love or they were not or whatever. My second wish is, I struggled with parts of Ray's behavior at time, especially the dog situation.
Oh, yeah.
You and I are dog lovers. Our dogs are in the house.
For sure.
I don't know if this was like a cultural thing or a time thing. I mean, he talks about how it was like disrespectful to bring the animal in the house and that animal could be out in the barn.
I mean, he's mad about the letter when he comes in about the dog.
I know.
So
yes.
And then I didn't love that either. I'm like, let the dog be in the house. I was at least happy when I realized they were putting it in the barn and not making it like go sleep on the porch. Because like it's cold out there.
Right.
Let the dog in the house.
Right.
Especially as a farmer. I mean, maybe you do have to have that disconnect between like the animals that live with you as a farmer, but that's their pet. I didn't love that either. That really rubbed me the wrong way.
I didn't love that Ray came in like so hot about Livy getting a letter from the other dude, because he's reacting like she's cheated on him. This was an arranged marriage. Like, he knows, like, she's carrying the baby from some other guy.
But she's also communicating with him.
I get that.
But yeah, there should be, yes, I hear what you're saying. Like, why are we still talking to him if you're married to me? Like, if I'm going to raise this baby.
Yes, I get that. But she was sent there. She would, like, that circle wasn't closed.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
What else did you not like about Ray?
Look, this again is my, like, just rankled a little bit. When she's like, what am I supposed to do? And he's like, well, you'll keep the house. And I was like, I have really mixed feelings. On one, that's the life Ray knows.
Yeah.
That is what she's going to do. That is what the women do. And I appreciated he was really open to her, like, I'll take you to the library. When she gets mad about him burning the stuff, he solves the problem. Like, he was open to change.
Yeah.
But my initial reaction to him being like, well, you'll keep the house. I was like, whoa. No, I won't. But yeah, she will. She will. This is a woman who was sent away because she was pregnant. So yeah, that probably is what she'll do. Let's talk. Did you see that?
No, I have 2 more wishes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I'm sorry. There was a weird line at the beginning when Ray and Livy meet, and he says something like, you're fine. Like, I can't believe you're in this situation or something like that. And fine read to me as not language that would come from a World War II farmer. Like, fine when you're describing somebody as a teenager of the 90s is like,
fine.
Yeah, exactly.
But don't you think he's coming at it from, like, the fine, like, China, like...
Oh, perhaps.
I think that's where they were coming from.
Yeah. And then just a pet peeve. It was a constant struggle between me and the remote control because the music was super loud in this.
To hear them.
And the dialogue was super quiet. So I was like, turn it up, turn it down, turn it up, turn it down. Drove me crazy.
I leaned heavily on captions in this movie.
Same.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk. Did you see that?
Okay.
I have one that I stole from IMDb that I went back and found, and everything else is just things I want to talk about.
Okay.
Here's the one real. Did you see that? When the main characters are pulling into the barn dance, Livy and
Ray.
Thank you. You can see a modern white minivan sticking out from behind the barn. And I went back and looked. I mean, it's like not even, you could see the whole thing. It's there. For
That's wild.
seconds.
I love it. I love it.
All these old cars, and there's like a transport van back there.
Craft services van was parked in the wrong spot.
Couple little things. The claw was so stressful.
I was like, somebody's going to die.
I'm like, one of those boys is going to die.
Yeah, I thought so too. Absolutely thought that.
But
so.
they had this like whimsical music playing in the background. I was like, well, something's probably not going to happen with that. But I was like, good Lord, how does this man run a farm and not know how to use his equipment?
Yeah.
Kept tipping back. It was scary. And then 2 lines that I liked.
Okay.
Ray says, is there anything you like about me, Livy? And my heart.
Yeah.
And then
the answer was no.
She says, how do you know this could work? And he says, I know because someday you're going to forgive yourself.
Oh.
That's a great line.
Yeah. Did you see that? Livy has this pale peach dress that has a dog print on it. I thought it was very charming and cute.
I liked actually her wardrobe.
I liked it too. We talked about it briefly, but the German POW storyline I thought was really good at the end of bringing in like some tension there. And I really liked, because I didn't really see where it was going, but Livy had figured it out and she's like, what did he promise you?
Yeah.
You're going to be in big trouble. A GTFO out of the car and like
Burn the evidence.
does all the like takes, she sets him up, puts the key down, taps it like, yo, here, like, implants the idea in his head, gets rid of the gas tank. Like, I loved all of that. Thought that was
it was necessary.
Yeah. Yeah. And then my last did you see that is just reflection. Like, this is not escapism, what we know Hallmark today as. I came away thinking like, this is sad and reflective, and I felt very empathetic to the characters. And it made me wish that Hallmark still made at least just like one movie like this a year.
Yeah.
Just one. And make it a big thing, even if it's on the channel.
Yeah.
Like, make it an event.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Well, what did you rate The Magic of Ordinary Days?
I rated it 4.75 stars.
I gave it 4.25 stars. I thought this was great.
I literally, it was like a Saturday or Sunday morning I just turned it on, put the phone aside. I knew I needed to like watch it or I would have gotten like distracted.
Yeah.
And I just was all in. I really enjoyed it.
Me too. I did not have a hard time staying focused on this movie at all.
Me neither.
Hey, thanks for listening to this episode of Girls Gone Hallmark, a Bramble Jam podcast. If you love this podcast, we love your 5-star ratings and reviews, friends. Drop them in the Apple Podcast app, and we'll be back next time with more Hallmark reviews. Goodbye.
Bye.
All right, friends, before we go, just a quick heads up. You're about to hear some ads. These little gems help us keep the show running and the Hallmark love flowing. So do with that info what you will. Grab a snack, hit the skip button, or maybe, just maybe, listen in and discover your new favorite product. Bye.